Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. It's the last week in December. What a change from my last week's video. We finally got some of that leftover snow from the Pacific Northwest. Picked up about 16 inches of fresh stuff and the temperature has really dropped. It's about 12 degrees Fahrenheit today. I'm out on the Alpina Discovery 80s and I'm trying out the new Alpha Free boots. I'm really looking forward to taking these Alpha Frees out, skiing some steeper terrain with my S-bound 98s. Today's not the day for that. First of all, I don't have the bindings for my S-bound 98s. And as you can see behind me, it's pretty much a whiteout today and the avalanche danger is high, so I'm really curious to see how these boots will work for touring. If you watched my video a couple weeks ago, I showed you how stiff the boots were. I have the lower boa tightened up pretty well. The upper boa is loose, and it gives me pretty good movement. The snow is so deep I'm breaking trails, so I'm not doing a lot of real kicking, gliding. It's more slogging through 16 inches of fresh snow, breaking a trail uphill. I've got a new piece of kit for my YouTube channel this year. This is the GoPro Hero 9. I've been using it for the last couple of years. I haven't been that impressed with it. It just doesn't work very well in cold temperatures. And I know there's lots of workarounds, and I've kind of documented some of those on my channel. But this year, GoPro has come out with a brand new battery. It's called the Enduro battery. I first learned about this battery from Jake Sloan, who has a YouTube channel. He's a videographer, photographer in Alaska. I'll put a link down below for his channel if you're interested in that kind of stuff. Anyway, so far he's been pretty impressed with it, testing it down to temperatures, around 0 degrees Fahrenheit. GoPro claims that this battery will work well down to 14 degrees Fahrenheit, and if so, that'll be a big improvement over the current battery. It's a hill I do an awful lot on my way to the high country. Unfortunately today it's a complete whiteout, so I'm not going to be able to get up there, but we'll play around on the hills down low. For those of you who are wondering why I'm stomping up this instead of gliding up like skis, is that the angle is just about exceeding my coefficient of friction, and one way to make it up a hill when you don't have grip is through momentum. Another way is by stomping your feet. But on my correctly sized Traverse 78s and my S-bound 98s, there's times when I have to skin up this track. It's too steep for the normal traction pattern. I do like the control that these new boots offer. Of course, this is nice and slow because the snow is deep. Normally this would be a pretty fast run, but it's the deep snow. It slows you down. It's like a big drag chute sometimes. It's really coming down hard now. One of the things I've been real curious about is getting in and out of these bindings when you're in deep snow. I think one of the easiest bindings to get into in deep snow is the 75mm 3-pin, but I just may be biased because I've been skiing on them forever. I think the hardest bindings to get in is the triple N system, the one with a bar. Here's a typical case. If for some reason or other you have to get out of your skis and the snow is deep, I'm going to hop out of these skis. And as you can see, the snow here is up to there. And this is always a problem for a lot of people trying to get back on their skis, because you can't get your skis back down on the level that you're normally on. So you kind of have to maneuver around a little bit. It can be easier getting back on your ski if you can balance on 2 ski poles. Unfortunately, my camera's mounted to one of the ski poles, so I'm just going to only have to use one. So this is a maneuver that's typically pretty hard for people to do, is to try to get over their skis and get back on them. I missed first shot. Let's try it again here. Okay. Yeah, I think you can sort of feel with your foot. I haven't got the nuances with it yet. I think after a few years of use, this will become pretty natural. Let's try this other one. Now, of course, the second ski is always easier because you can stand on your first ski. Okay. It's just going to take a little bit of practice. So far, the new GoPro Enduro battery has been working well. It was often hit and miss with the standard battery. Well, that's about it for this week. Just a short and sweet video on what's happening in our neck of the woods. Hopefully, in next week's video, I'll be mounting the new Explorer bindings on my S-bound 98s. So until next time, be safe and be kind.
The hill and beyond,
Yeah.
and there had been a coyote maybe like 2 minutes before that had come through there because my trail had been snowed in and his tracks weren't snowed in at all.
Yeah.
So I get the impression that the coyote had been through there just a couple minutes before me.
Who would have ever thought the sky would open up and it would clear up? It's just like there's a big blue hole right here.
Yeah.
You can see the snow is all around us. It's like we're in the eye of the hurricane. But it's cool. Definitely cool.
Yeah, the visibility back there was almost nothing.
I see your hat's covered in snow.
Yeah. Well, the whole front of me was covered in snow. I looked down and I was just coated completely.
Yeah.
I looked like a snowman.
Yeah.
And my sunglasses and everything, I had to finally stop because they were so coated with snow I couldn't even see through them anymore.
So here's the mystery woman. She's a little bit camera shy, but we'd like to both wish you a very Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everyone.